departure yesterday, so Sunday. Who has the photo on the phone?
What photo?
The group photo. Outside. With all the participants. Is there somebody who has it on the phone? No? Nobody?
Guys, if you find it on your phone, please approach the national board. Okay, guys. Final day of this national platform. So I hope some of you are still awake. What are you doing there, man? It looks like you're... But today is a really nice and relaxed day. We have a few country presentations, then small sessions, coffee break, feedback, and then we're closing this. So at least try to be some awake. Not full concentration if you can't do it anymore, but at least try to be awake. Anyway, I would like to ask the Czech delegation, as there are more than one, to the stage and present a beautiful country.
A ty tu nie prezentujesz? Beran.
Ja si miałem mic check.
So hello everybody, maybe you notice us. We are from the ESN Czech Republic, we are Czech delegation. Everyone speaks fluently Czech.
I do.
You are everyone.
And presenter is
Not working.
Again.
it's turned on, off, on.
Okay. You can like do like this and you
I turned on the light. I don't think you have that power.
magic.
Oh, it's working now.
Magic.
Turn around, there is someone here.
To jsem nebyl. Dobré.
Pojď nás.
Počkej, jsme krásní.
Sorry for the technical issues. Please fasten your seatbelts. Yeah, it's there. So, from the Czech delegation here is Lenka. She's National Board Communication Manager. And I'm the IT guy from the National Board. Vlado, and now the also big animal in the international level. No. Jirka. The Olympic one. Oh really, guys? I did. Shame.
I didn't do it.
Shame.
No, put it there, come on.
Martin.
Come on, put it there.
Oh, that hurts. Excuse me for the autocorrect. Yeah, sure.
I mean, I didn't do it.
Anton, he was here days before from Ostrava, and David and Marek are two meters guys. Welcome members. So, something about the ESN Czech Republic. We were established in the 1999 with the first two sections in Prague. Then with the first, I think it was first NR and President. It was established ESN Czech Republic as national level. Then first whole national board was formed in 2004, and the legal organization was formed in 2007. Some numbers. We have 18 sections. You can see them on this map as the stars on the t-shirts. In the 11 cities, and annually we have around 7,000 exchange students or Erasmus per year annually. Okay. This is our current national board for 2017. It's our very nice picture in the front of the toilets.
It's only one we have.
And this is the new elected national board for the next full mandate. We don't have all members yet, but it will be soon. We have a big group of supporters. It's something like your coordinators. We have, for now, we have 13 of them, and it's not the final number. We are our supporters. We have also 3 advisory board members, which are the old, alumni, and they are helping the national board with knowledge transfer, and they are basically giving us advice from other perspective. We make some events for our network. We have 4 small NPs. It's mostly like CLRs. It's at the beginning and the end of the semesters, and one of them is common with you. So the next one will be Košice, and also 2 big NPs. When we have also voting and a little bit sharing of ESN spirit for the for newbies, and it's around 160 participants, up to 200. We like it big. That sounds wrong in my head. So continue. Train It. Train It is one of our precious projects. It's a national training event for around 40 members of the network, and it's focused on non-formal education. There are 2 tracks. For example, there could be strategic management, public speaking, something. What is this? Some other soft skills. Mostly focus on the soft skills. The trainers are either professionals or also are alumni from the network, which are focusing on the lecturing and workshops. And right now we started a new kind of event based on this Train It, and it's Train It for Trainers, which is focused on the new trainers for the network to have continuous education of the network. Because our alumni will not be here forever. They are not going to die, I hope. But they have also their own personal life, you know, the adult people. It's weird. Yeah. It's if you know the project Educate in the ESN International, it's very similar to it. And 2 months ago, we had the first Train It for trainers. So, Meet Our Colleagues meetings are also one of our very valuable and famous projects. We like to continue it. Some of you joined us our common Meet Our Colleagues meeting for social arousals and exchangeability, which was made by Jirka, and these 2 guys were OC.
Amazing one.
So some of you have idea how you had your own Meet Your Colleagues meeting internalized. I saw, so it's amazing. It's good to meet you, and it's a very good way to improve your network. So we will continue it, of course. Some information about it. It's position meetings at the best description. It's usually for the weekend. And this is the first time I think see that. Okay. Also, we have the national team buildings. First one is ESN Voda. It's a boat trip, mostly rafting on Vltava River. It's very good. It's place when we meet and have social interaction with each other on the water. That sounds wrong. And the second one is ESN Snow, which is very similar to it. It's more focused on the skiing and maybe snowboarding. It's usually also in the cottage in the mountains for 50 people approximately. And now to the Body Countries Corporation. As you can see, we have a little bit unofficial cooperation with ESN Slovakia, but officially in the ESN our body countries are Poland and Lithuania. I know the difference. I know. And with ESN Slovakia, we had to join the national platform, ESN Czechoslovakia. Some fun facts. We have this special brand, Check It. It was created a long time ago, and by the phonetics of it, we are trying to promote everywhere, and it's quite popular. Check it, yeah, you can check it. So we are trying to build it. It's a little bit unique. Then it stands out from all the common ESN stuff. So we are quite proud of it. And we are building only the one special project, which is in the second semester. Yeah. Second semester, let's say. It's called Check It Challenge, and it's first national project focused on the Erasmus students, and we are promoting mobility within the Czech Republic, which means it's a competition for the teams, and each team should be at least one Erasmus student, and these teams have points in the Czech Republic when they are going and making tasks. These points are usually some historical places, some beautiful places in the nature, and also we have cooperation with the commercial partners, and they have some their special places there. So it's strengthening the bond between the locals and the Erasmus students. We're showing them beautiful places in Czech Republic, and also we are promoting our partners, which are very, very happy to support this. So this is the graphics for it, how it looks, for example, on the Facebook. Everything is managed on this website, so when you can, or the teams, when you can find the points where they are going, also the team, the scores of the teams, and stuff like that. And now I'll move to the partners. It was mentioned here before. We have institutional partners. So the DZS is National Agency, Dům zahraniční spolupráce. The another one, okay, European Commission, ACSA is Akademické centrum studentských aktivit. They are making workshops and they are focusing on education within the student clubs and student organizations. And ČRDM is
National Youth Council.
National Youth Council. Okay, commercial partners, as mentioned before. We also have a good and strong relationship with one of the mobile operators, Vodafone. They are supporting, they are providing us the SIM cards we distribute to the Erasmus students. And from the revenue, we have some share directed to the national platform budget, and some is going to the national board or national level budget. Another one is Boho, it's Bohemian Hostels. Mate mentioned it before. They have some accommodation places in Prague. Also Flatio, which is a service similar to Airbnb, but they are focusing on 3 to 6 month accommodation. Very friendly to the Erasmus students. And the Eurolines, they have some discount on to the bus tickets around the Europe. So, that's about the ESN Czech Republic. Thank you for not sleeping, and...
Do you have any questions for us?
Some question?
I still open the speakers list. Thank you very much.
I hereby open the speakers. I hereby.
One last comment. The Bohemian Hostels are opening a hostel in Olomouc, so if you want to come to my beautiful city, you are welcome to come.
For questions?
Oh, I hereby open the speakers list. Are there any questions to this lovely delegation? About the project, maybe something inspired? Yes, please.
Why do you select Slovan members?
Maybe it's we have a really beautiful country, and they like to study there, so that's why. Am I right?
Yeah, try the beer there.
And the wine.
Yeah. He knows what he is talking about. If you will come to South Moravia region, you don't have to use services of Bohemian Hostels, just go with me.
Thunder is awesome. Any further question? Doesn't seem like it, so I hereby propose to close the speakers list. Any objections? Speakers list is closed. Thank you very much. And if you continue in ESN a little bit longer, I would really encourage you to try to find as many check-in stickers as you can. You will find them in any random places, believe me. I was fixing stuff in the International ESN house. I found in a power box, I found chicken stickers. So
By me.
oh, you put them there.
And do you know?
I would like next our international guest from ESN Lithuania to the stage. Now reunited with the mascot.
Yeah, I will not leave it alone. Okay, thanks. So, hello, my name is Laura, who haven't met me like in these 4 days, and I'm from ESN Lithuania, and I will present Lithuania ESN on my section. So first about the country. So this is our logo, if you haven't seen it, but hopefully you did. We have sections in 4 different cities, and it's in Vilnius, our capital, in Kaunas, Klaipėda in the seaside. I'm from Kaunas myself, and Kaunas in the middle, so it's the best one, and it's a student city. We have 15 sections and 1 section candidate, and here you can see all of our section, the ones approved logos. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And our national board consists of president, vice president, national representative, treasurer, communication manager, projects and events manager, and partnerships manager. And here you can see our current national board, but we will have elections in June, so it will change. And we also have coordinators. So we have education officer. We will have it at least from June as well, because it's a new position. Multilingual Lithuania coordinator, national photographer, I think that's quite unique thing probably. A social Erasmus coordinator, sea battle coordinator, we are participating in the sea battle. And exchangeability coordinator, responsible party coordinator, and web projects coordinator as well. And here you can see our coordinators, current ones. And as well we have national committees. So like in international level we have COMCOM, ICE and other committees, so we as well have IT committee, Intercom, which is more or less a local representatives community, and Bureau committee, which is for public relations, and HR committee, which is for HR fields. And we have some national projects. One of them is Escape, so it's International Students Camp. Students meet for 2 or 3 days somewhere in a village and spend time apart from Wi-Fi, spending time camping, doing various activities, parties. There's also included kind of live music, so it's kind of music festival as well, so it's one of our best projects, I would say. And another thing we have is Survival Kit, which is training event. It's for SNFs only, and they meet for a couple of days and learn about leadership, motivation, time management, or like other important things. A new project we started this year is Kupiškis District Initiative. So ESNers go to few high schools in this town of Kupiškis to motivate students to learn more, because in this particular town students are having really bad grades and they're not motivated to go to universities. So we are trying to support local high school students. And another project is Multilingual Lithuania, which is language exchange, students teaching students their own language. And Go Public, so it's awards for sections. Every June we are electing best section in ESN Lithuania, best event, and all those things. It's kind of like star awards on national level. And as Czech delegation mentioned, we have cooperation with Czech Republic and Poland. And as well, we have cooperation with other countries, Estonia and Latvia. And with these cooperations, we're usually going to each other NPs, and with Czech Republic and Poland, we have summer camp together. And actually, if you want to visit Lithuania, we have 2 international events, NBM and CEP, coming up in Lithuania this year. And as well, we have international platform coming up in June. So I'm happy I got my mascot back, but like, still you all invited to come to Lithuania and visit us in our, it's gonna be in Seaside, and the team is Aloha, and It's just 25 euros, and it's completely in English, even the election part. And now something about my section. As I am myself from more from local level, I'm PR coordinator, so I have to speak about my section. We have mentors, active members, local board, and local coordinators, so it's like more or less normal structure. And we have 50 active members, which includes Lithuanians and international students. We have students from France, Cyprus, India, Pakistan, Azerbaijan, Turkey, Thailand even. And we have more than 50 mentors. And two of our members are national coordinators, so national photographer and web project administrator. And we have 3 people in national committees, IT intercom, and all the committees we have at least one number. And international committees we have 1 person in Hong Kong, 1 in ICE, and I think at least 5 applied in this round of applications. And here, here you can see our current local board, which is changing on Friday, but we are still officially like this board. And we have local coordinators for partnerships, cooperations with body sections, for projects, ESN, national and international projects, and as well for trips like Ski Battle or other trips. And like we have committees in international level and national level, as well we have in the local level. So we have PR committee, academics committee, which is dealing with academic issues that students have, leisure committee, HR committee, and in progress, our new elected LR will start to make LR committee in our section. And we have tons of meetings. From regular every Tuesday to board meetings, committees meetings, mentors meetings, extraordinary meetings if you need to elect someone like randomly. And we have 2 elections per year. In spring we have for all positions, and in December we have for vacant positions, which we call semi-annual general meeting. One of the things we are really proud, we have a database for all the important things that we have in a section going on. So, for example, to-do list, what we have to do for the event, or even PR to-do list, what we have to do for public relations, and to keep a track of who is organizing what and when it will be, all the links and everything, and as well all the contacts of the board and mentors and all the people in section. And we're having some events just for ESNers. So, for example, we have team buildings twice a year. We have mentor trainings in the beginning of every semester. We had a family dinner where ESNers met and cooked something together, and then they came together, all of them, and had some food and watched some movies and so on. And since we are having our meetings on Tuesdays, after Tuesday there is usually karaoke in one club, so we just go to karaoke. And we have informal meetings like bowling or some leisure activities together. And we have some projects, so we have ESN Diary, Erasmus Awards, and Culture and Cinema. Culture and Cinema is movie evenings every Monday from different countries. And Erasmus Diary is something like this. Students fill some form and answer some questions, and we print them a book about all the experience in our in Kaunas. And the ESNers also fill it. This is from last semester, so we can see some reasons why I'm in Slovakia. And Erasmus Awards, where we elect people like Party Animal, Miss Erasmus, Mr. Erasmus, Erasmus Couple, and Badass, and so on. It's really fun. The students really enjoy it. And we also have cooperations with some particular sections. So, for example, we have cooperation with ESN Dortmund in Germany, and since CEP, we have cooperation with Banská Bystrica. And we have a lot of events for international students, so like regular ones, international dinner, culture and cinema, some small leisure events, pub quizzes, social Erasmus, and sustainability events. So, for example, this is some pictures from Welcome Week, international dinner, brain battle, pollination, and and we have some trips as well, and we're participating in brain battle and trips in the country. So for the members from some trips. As I mentioned, I'm a local PR coordinator, so we need like 15 people on our Instagram to reach 1,000. So if you give us a follow, that would be pretty cool. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much. I hereby open the speakers list. Any questions? Yes, please.
I would like to ask about the multi-label coordinated Lithuania project.
Yes.
My question is whether people apply directly to teach the language and to learn the language, or is this something open to Erasmus students?
This is for Erasmus students. Mostly we have a coordinator in every section. So the coordinator opens registration for all the students that can apply to teach their languages and then find a place for them in university to teach. And we had, I think, like in our section only like 15 languages this semester. So I think it's really popular project.
Martin?
Hi, so I would like to thank you for coming. We are really glad having you here. You have mentioned the cooperation, section cooperation with UMBBBB, and I would like to ask you more elaborate on this cooperation. How does it look like?
Our members met in SEP, Central European Platform, and I think they had pretty good time there because they decided to make a cooperation. So since it's a kind of fresh one, this is the first thing that we kind of did, like that we came for this platform because of our cooperation. But usually with ESN Dortmund, for example, some members of our section goes to Dortmund to spend time with them, to like share experiences and best practices. And some people from Dortmund usually comes it's every semester, like with Germany now, and comes to our section and helps with our events and share best practices, and that's pretty much it. How we cooperate. So now I'm hoping that someone from Moscow will come to our section or our platform.
Any further questions? Doesn't seem like, so I hereby propose to close the speakers list. Any objections? Speakers list is closed. Thank you very much. And the fun thing is, I know from Dortmund, the cooperation started because a few members of ESN Dortmund went on Erasmus to Lithuania. And since then, and since they went for the first time for the section visit, there's every semester there's the internal fight within the local sections who gets the spot to visit ESN Lithuania, because they only cover one or two of the spots. So I will do now a little schizophrenia, like yesterday with the committees, but today with countries. So as ESN Finland is my adopted country, but you can see, the fun land. For the Czech delegation, it's quite similar to the presentation you already have seen, slightly different. I added especially something for you. Finland. Who can at least identify something on the first?
Angry Birds.
Whoa, yes. So at least something, but that's not really the picture you should have of the Finns. Because Finland, as beautiful as it is, and as long as it is, they are 5.5 really means with everybody who is right now there or on exchange, who is a resident there. If you just go by national population, so citizens, they are by 4.7, 4.8 million. So they count everybody they get to raise the numbers. For example, who knows where Helsinki is?
Bottom.
Yeah, in the bottom. What do you think? How large is Helsinki, population-wise?
1 million.
Million is pretty close, but actually Helsinki always is doing the trick. They consider Aalto and Vasa, the next major cities close to Helsinki, to the metropolitan area to reach slightly over the 1 million. So they can also say, yes, even a small country like Finland has 1 million. They're very proud about that. Otherwise, yeah, there are 3 million saunas. If you consider this, around 5 million people, about 3 million saunas. So you actually have for every 2 Finns 1 sauna. Which is there an actual thing. Whenever they build a new building, they absolutely plan into having a sauna in the building. In every student dormitory, you have a sauna. In every social building, you have a sauna. In every homeless shelter, you have a sauna. Sauna is everywhere in Finland, and I'm already missing it. Thank you. Yeah, since 94 Finland exists. Right now they have 16 and 10. 5 national board members. Yeah, right now they are on 5. Officially the Finnish National Board has 7. But after the last election they only had 4. And now during last week they elected one of the guests who was also at the Czech National Platform, who is right now doing her Erasmus in Czech Republic, Anna Nikitina, who created originally this presentation. She was just elected as the new communication manager of ESN Finland. Technology, you fail me. That's the still current national board. Pablo, Tony. Names, too many names. Yeah. As you see, I have to remember too many national boards. After a while, you just get. That's the 4 out of the 5 new elected. Tony, who was right now is section coordinator. They don't have a vice president, they have a section coordinator, takes over the similar tasks. But normally also now they have for the last few years the tradition that the section coordinator afterwards goes for the national representative position, simply because they know what the country needs, what the section wants, what's the general opinion. They have good, developed, strong network towards their sections. So it's very, very good cooperation to represent the opinion of the Finnish sections. Oh yeah, Finnish. Has anyone ever tried to learn Finnish? Raise your hand if you had tried to learn Finnish. A few people have to learn how to suffer. Ilka, how did you find Finnish?
That's all I can say.
Perkele! Yeah, the fun part about Finnish is they have tons and tons of cases. And then you can, with every suffix you add to the Finnish ground basic word, you can conjugate the whole stuff again for 12, 16 cases. You can have a lot of fun with the Finnish language, and only the Finns are enjoying it. Or linguists. Why are you failing me so bad? Is the battery dying? Is that a possibility? Oh yeah, that's my favorite Finnish word aside from perkele and sauna. Kalsarikenni. It actually means getting drunk, home alone, in your underwear, and don't give a damn shit. It's the most amazing word you can imagine. And it is also explains, have you seen a Finnish winter? It's just nobody is there. So that's what you do. The national event of ESN Finland. I heard Sweden does something similar, but it's just a bad copy. The Pirates of the Baltic Sea. Arr. A must-visit event. A lot of countries are cooperating for this. There's always a certain amount for international guests. So when there is the next open call, you hear about this through the Facebook page or through your NR, you should definitely go on the right. It's fun.
Also, almost 1,500 Erasmus plus ESNers on a boat. You can imagine in international waters. Really? Oh yeah, Finns are special. This was the first time when I moved to Finland. It was really, really hilarious. Because yeah, we have here the nice example. How close do French get? They're getting really, really close. The others, a little bit distance. Italians, big gestures and everything. And then, could you just press? And then we have the Finns. The Finns actually have a phrase, I like my neighbors on the other side of the lake. They keep a certain distance. And as you saw before, we had a few centimeters or tops a meter. For a Finn, that's an appropriate distance to his next neighbor, to his closest friends and neighbors. Now it works. As I already showed you, Finland is quite a stretched country. And sadly also a very, very expensive country. So they only have actually 2 physical NPs. Everything else is completely held during Skype calls. Which, as ESN Finland is also one of the growing ESN countries, you can imagine how much fun you have as the national representative or as the section coordinator to actually chair such a Skype NP. You can imagine. They have fun. That's why it is fun then. And here it's only mentioned 2 Skype NPs, but at least last year alone, so 2016, they had 3 extraordinary Skype NPs, because sometimes there's a topic coming up, somebody hasn't applied for a national board position, somebody is resigning. Always the same fun like in every national platform. Went too far. Thank you. This was my first Finland NP. It was the biggest so far. I think somewhere there, I think. Which was quite fun because in Helsinki, as you can imagine, a lot of the young people from the countryside are moving to Helsinki. So they have huge parks for entrepreneurs, for young associations, student associations and stuff like this. And there we actually have been in an entrepreneur facility where the city just has an old industrial hall, completely renovated everything, high-speed internet, high-speed Wi-Fi, everything you can wish for, and just made it accessible as a meeting room. There are tons of different associations have offices there to meet. So it's a really, really nice place, and it's a great use of an old facility. Yay! Oh yeah, Finnish lessons, because Finnish is fun. So, as you can see, kussipala can mean the spouse returns, but kussipala can also mean the number 6 is on fire. But also, it can also mean kussipala, the number 6 returns. Or 6 of them are on fire. But it can also mean 6 of them return, or your moon is on fire. When would you ever use that sentence? Or your moon returns, or 6 pieces. And it's basically for non-Finnish speaker, so for me for example, for me it sounds all the same. I did not hear ever a native speaker was presenting this to me. I never heard a difference. So he could tell me that the number 6 is returning, or that the moon is on fire, or that he wants 6 pieces of something. I would have no idea what he wants. Last day we still have technical issues. What can you do in Finland? Welcome parties.
Sitzparty is a really, really weird translation because the actual word is sitsit. As the Finns are very, very, let's say, distant sometimes, they have actually drinking rules and drinking games with very, very strict rules. This means you have a few hundred people in one huge room, all sitting in a pre-decided position. When they cheers, they have to do it in a certain order. They have to sing the songs. When they sing the song wrong, they get punishments. When they stand up without asking first, they get a punishment. When they eat, when they drink, when they do anything which is right now against the rules, they will be punished. And the current, or the new elected president, Petri, he has a very, very interesting way on doing it. His favorite kind of punishment is he's taking huge sausages and duct tape them to the participant's hand for the rest of the night. So if you fuck up once, you still have one hand to do all the drinking and the eating challenges. If you do this twice, you have two huge freaking sausages duct taped to your hand and still have to take up a tiny, tiny short glass and try to drink it and to cheer. You look very entertained already. So you can imagine this is a lot of fun. Also, of course, international dinners, like you have them everywhere. But also, this was just recently Vappu. Vappu is the Finnish new 1st of May celebrations. In some areas, they celebrated only a few days, and some they celebrated for a week. As I mentioned earlier, Anna Nikitina, who created this sheet here, she's from ESN Lappeenranta, and there they celebrated for 3 freaking weeks. For 3 weeks they celebrate the 1st of May celebrations, and just for 3 weeks they're getting socialized with the help of alcohol. Let's put it this way. Yeah. If you want ever know any more about Finland or need some graphic materials of ESN Finland, the new elected communication manager is always happy to help you. He gives you words, sends you awesome presentations, sends you the whole Finland and Funland gimmicks, and they really, really had a nice campaign, or they always going for the don't finish jokes. For example, I guess none of you have been to the CNR Jyväskylä? No. There, for example, they had in their welcome packages, they had a condom, and on every condom there was a sticker printed on, "Don't finish without me." And believe me, they find so many ways to use that bad pun. It's incredible. That's a bad pun, come on. Okay, thank you very much for that part.
Okay, and I hereby I'm opening the speakers list, so are there any questions?
You can already look.
If not, then I propose to close the speakers. Are there any objections? No, the speakers, yeah? Objection or question?
But I will be like notes. How do you know the Finnish is the hardest language, or one of the hardest? I mean, everyone speaks in Finland, knows it. Everybody speaks on Finland, speaks Finnish.
Yeah, because it's their native, it's their first language. That's the thing. When you look, do we have linguists in the room? Who study linguistic and fun stuff? And somebody is asleep. Who else? Linguistic? Yeah. What's the difference between when you learn your first language and when you later, as an adult, learn a second or third language? Is it on the same level like when you learn your first native language, or is it different?
I think there's a difference. I think that according to what I read, there's some difference after a certain stage of learning.
Anything to add?
Yeah, I mean, the cognitive processes in a child are totally different. So you just acquire the language naturally. It's not the same as when you actually understand it. You have those recognitions from your mother tongue than it was before. It just changes the way you think about the new language. That's why Spanish is easy to do with kids.
It's basically with every language. When you learn your first language, which you do till the age of 7, because 7 is the magical age, let's call it that way. Till then, you learn by imitation. Your parents are talking this, your whole environment is talking like this, so you're just adapting and imitating. You don't think about the rules, you're just adapting. As soon as you reach a certain age, you start, okay, but why does it has to be like this? How is the rules in it? And then Finnish kicks in as a really, really mean language. Because they have a lot of rules. Okay, any further questions? Sorry.
Yes. Are there any more questions? If not, propose to close the speakers. Are there any objections? Yeah.
No.
Objection?
No.
Speakers is closed. Thank you. Yes.
I would like to use my right to speak. We have very short announcement from our National Social Development Coordinator, Katka. I would like to give her the word for a very short time.
Ahoj, asi viete, čo chcem rozprávať, ináč to síce dnes už nejako pomenej, ale chcem vám pripomenúť, že budúci víkend sa koná teda národný event a máme teda tam dosť malo ľudí prihlásených, čo nimi Boh vie čo, pretože je tam minutý už strašne veľa peniazí, čo do nás investovali. Oni do nás dali okolo 1000 eur alebo niečo také, tak si myslím, že by sme sa im mohli nejako odvďačiť, že tam naozaj prídeme, pretože oni to všetko zaplatené, vybavené toto a proste už vás prosím o to, aby ste sa naozaj niekto prihlásili aj s Erasmákmi. Nemusia samozrejme všetky sekcie, lebo všetko sa asi nedá, ale keby aspoň zo pár sekcií išla aj s viacerými Erasmákmi a je tam iba 20 ľudí, ktorí sa majú zúčastniť, tak to všetko, čo chcem povedať, či vás chcem iba fakt poprosiť, aby sme to nejako zvládli, dobre? Dobre. To je všetko.
Ja by som sa rovno možno teraz pýtal, či je to niekto, alebo vie o niekom a o svojich Erasmákov, že by mali reálny záujem tam budúci víkend ísť. Je tu niekto taký?
Od nás nemáš, a ja som tak povedal.
A idú aj nejaké Erasmáci?
Zatiaľ sa ešte nejako Erasmáci.
Je to niekto ďalší, kto doteraz nebol prihlásený a mal by záujem ísť?
No je to celkom ľúto, lebo sme si to odhlasovali na mini MPčke, že áno, že všetky sekcie, okrem teda Peličky s tým súhlasia, tak Peličku som do toho ani nerátala, že by sa zúčastnila, tak to je asi jasné. Ale keďže všetci ostatní boli s tým, že áno, jasné, super, tak teraz je veľmi zvláštne, teda, že sa už nikomu moc nechce do toho ísť.
Však potrebujeme 15 ľudí a myslím si, že by sme si mali dať nejaký termín, že keď ich nebudeme mať, tak sa to zruší.
No way. They want to cancel it. What? National event.
Dobre, ja by som chcel poprosiť ešte sekčných prezidentov, tí, čo sú tu, aby sa naozaj ešte raz pýtali vo svojich sekciách. Dneska naozaj čo najskôr. A skontaktovali nás, keď sa teda niekto nájde, Erasmákov, Vieznikárov, gotoví.
Kľudne môže ísť Erasmáci aj sami, ako my nebudeme radiť, ja sa už nejako postaráme. No v piatok sa prichádza a pracuje sa potom v sobotu. Že by sa do toho prišli. Tak samozrejme, že môžu aj tak, to určite. Toto super. Tak to je asi všetko odo mňa, tak ja sa s vami všetkými lúčim a majte sa pekne.
Okay, now we can continue with the presentation of ESN Germany, so I would like to ask Benny on stage.
Hello, it's me again. Let's see if this works this time. Okay, now it's also. Okay, it's me again. What do I have to do with ESN Germany first? I started in ESN with ESN Jena, back then as an associate of ESN because I was working for the National Agency for Student Affairs, so I was not allowed at the same time to be in a other student association because one is volunteering, one is getting paid. They are worried you're mixing up both jobs. Not that I would ever do that. So I was 2 years in ESN Jena, which was one of the oldest ESN sections they have in Germany, but I officially joined in ESN Düsseldorf, was then for 5 years a member of ESN Germany, and for 2 years member of the national board in ESN Germany as the education officer. So I'm quite related to that country, and also it's my native country. Okay, but let's go. Established was ESN Germany in 1990 as one of the first few ESN countries at all. But the first German section, which is still active and rocking, is ESN Bochum. At this point now, half of the IO staff, they have 8 people in the IO, 4 of them are former ESNers, plus 2 ESN interns, plus 2 ESN student helpers. So you can see what you can succeed when you're establishing your section over a while. We're not infiltrating that. Right now we have 33 sections, 1 official candidate section, and the national board is in contact with 11 other associations who would like to join ESN. So there's a good chance that during your active time, ESN Germany will easily maybe be in the 45. So let's see. The national event changed last year for the first time in a while. Before that it was ES Enters the City, which happened 6 times. Now it's for this year, it will be for the 2nd time the Spray Break in Berlin. And this event is simply all ESN sections in Germany anyway had a trip to Berlin. So doing first in the local platforms and then doing one of the national platforms, they decided, hey, if we go anyway, everywhere all the time to Berlin, why not doing it at the same time, in the same day, in the same places? And especially because, you will see later, one of the main hostel agencies in Germany is a national partner, quite well established with the Germans, so why not use this? So right now they go with 800 Erasmus students from all sections together to Berlin in 3 different hostels and just have an awesome long weekend with 800 people in the capital. This year also, it will happen in a few weeks, is for the first time the national trainings event of ESN Germany. Some of the educators are invited, 2 German educators and 2 from the Educate community. So we will have a look into it, and the Germans hope that it will go similar like the Czech Train-In. They hope it will be similarly successful. So that's the big idol they want to achieve over there. Yeah, and also, as most of you might know, Germany is a little bit larger and a little bit more populated, just slightly. So it's really a mass, the national platforms, not because of the size, but because of organizing them. For 33 sections, you have to organize everything, so it's a little bit chaotic. What did they do? A long time ago, they divided Germany into 4 regions, nowadays it's 5, and have local platforms. For example, in the West region, we have 7 sections in the state of North Rhine-Westphalia, and every student can use the public transportation there for free. So the sections can just visit each other for free, and 7 sections can just meet up and organize a cooperation which they do. In the south it's similar, in the north it's similar, so it's much more efficient to just meet. But also the local platforms is something the Germans are using as trainings events for the newbies. Normally you send your newbies in a section where you see they will stay for a while with ESN. They send them there, and there you have introduction into ESN, introduction to the committees, introduction how to do basic project coordination, all that basic stuff you have to know. But it's nice when you just spend the weekend together with other newbies, a few old-timers, very relaxed, non-formal at all, really nice. There are 3 NPs. The January one is the main one. Then now the summer one in Frankfurt is always the relaxed one. And then in November is an important one because at the same time around is also the annual meeting of the national agency. And there are a huge financial support for the German sections. So of course it's important to prepare the delegations for this meeting up front, how to behave, what to say, what's the current issues, and all that fun stuff. You see there are quite a few sections. Very important thing, because I know here it's a little bit different. The Germans normally try as much as possible to avoid to have more than 1 section per city. The only 2 exceptions right now existing is Dresden and München. Simply because both associations were already very well and long time established in the city and the university, so it would be just strange to force them to merge and maybe ruin relationships with the university because one of them had to stop to exist. So ESN Germany and the sections decided it's better to keep those 2, but otherwise you always have that 1 section is taking care of the whole city, what they have in universities. For example, my old home section, Düsseldorf, was taken care of 4, Jena is taken care of 2, Potsdam till we had Berlin was taken care of 2, Dortmund is taken care of 3, Bochum is taken care of 2, and so on and so on and so on. This is for us, this is most practical. Yay! And that's the new elected board. Isa is from ESN Deggendorf, which was almost a dead section, but when she returned from her Erasmus in Finland, she really reactivated the section, and within 2 years she became from a newbie to the national president after the motivation she had from her Erasmus, which was really, really nice. Gina, vice president now in her 2nd mandate. Treasurer Florian from Bochum. Bunny is the new elected NR. He was a few years ago, he was partnership manager of ESN Germany. He's now in his 5th year in ESN. We have the tendency to stay a long time in ESN. Johannes, and I'm very proud about this, is from ESN Düsseldorf. He is now the new elected partnership manager of ESN Germany. Communication. I'm getting confused. Pascal is partnership. Aline from Bochum is project. Sabrina Juncker, webmaster, WPA. And education officer, Sarah Struckmeyer. And with the education officer, I'm really, really proud about that part because it was the first one 4 years ago. And this year we had actually 3 candidates for the education officer position because it becomes more and more clear, at least in most other countries and especially in Germany, how important it is to release a little bit stress from the shoulders of the president and move the expertise to an education officer so the education officer supports the president. Makes it, you have an interesting position for an education officer and it's making the life of the president much easier. So Lucas, you should really be nice to your education officer. Otherwise I will find you. National partners. Drive Now, Flixbus, and so on. What I would like to talk about is Flixbus and ANO. Who of you heard about Flixbus? Yeah, so most of you guys. Flixbus is not only a partner of ESN Germany, but of a lot of ESN countries. They also have their entries in the esncard.org. So if you have your ESN card registered there, you can get a voucher for Flixbus. I would always recommend it. They travel basically half of Central and Western Europe. They're getting more and more bigger and bigger. So very cheap, very comfortable buses, always worth a trip. ANO is a hostel chain all across Germany. So if you have to stay in Germany somewhere and you don't find an ESN couch, always go for ANO. Also on esncard.org. Yay! What we are very, very proud of is our buddy relation with ESN France. And we won in the past Don't do that to me. Stop messing with that. Which is really, really nice because we also have the country cooperation with the section meeting, which means we have a rotational system, which should sound familiar to you. 1 year we meet in ESN in France, organized by ESN France. 1 year we meet in Germany, organized by ESN German sections. And normally we also try to have a mixed chairing team and then a rotation. So we tried that the main chair in the section meeting in Germany is from France and the vice chair is German, and the other way around. So that there is really a permanent cooperation. Now, yeah, and you can, one back. And you can also see there's always still time for stupid pictures. Who knows the guy in the middle who is playing Jesus? Coco. Exactly. I'm in love with the Coco. Here's some of the... Exactly, and since 2015 there is an extra binational committee by ESN Germany and ESN France, which main task is not only to organize the whole French-German section meeting, but also to see where are possibilities for both countries to cooperate. Is there a common issue which is right now appearing in both countries? How can we cooperate? Is there a potential national partner for both countries? How can we cooperate to approach them together? Instead of one country separately, we try to approach them together. Makes different if you're one ESN country with 33 sections, or if you represent two countries with almost 60 or 70 sections. Makes a little difference for the national partners. So really, really awesome committee. But don't try to type their emails. It's horrible. You do so many typos in their emails. Yeah, and also the German and the French NR. So right now, from now on, Coco and Bruni, the new elected NR, they're always cooperating very, very close, also doing the CNRs together. So they will always, hey, what's your opinion about this issue? How can we work together on this issue? Really trying to exchange. There's a really, really close cooperation which we all are really happy about. No. Fun fact about Germans. Yeah, we would don't have to vote. It was a very, very dramatic NP 1.5 years ago in the beautiful city of Vienna, where we had a beautiful discussion for 4 hours in German, of course, how to vote on the vote on the vote on the vote. We voted on how to vote on a voting procedure on how to vote. And this for 4 hours in German. You can imagine how you as an international guest, if you don't speak a word German, how they felt. At one point, OC was kind enough to sneak in some beer for the international guests so that some way they can start to enjoy that. Since then, the Korean National Board had to rewrite the whole standing orders and statutes, so now it's quite clear and simple in one paragraph how to vote on which stuff. Which is nice. And also, of course, we're very famous for our excellent German humor, aren't we? Exactly. Our longest NP, so compared to this one, that's perfectly here on time. We really had an NP starting at 9 and we had to leave the university because the security wanted to end their shift, so they had to kick us out. Because we had a proposal about a whole rewrite of the standing orders of 6 hours, which we had to squeeze into an agenda. You can imagine how happy the OC was. 6 hours extra. OC was happy. Not. Yeah, one of the funders of ESN Germany is still running around as an alumni. Who of you have been to the AGM in Berlin? Some of you might have seen him. He's still running around a lot with a camera, older guy. Marcus, he was now on his 14th AGM. He's an alumni, but still running around, helping out in Bochum whenever he can. Awesome guy, and he knows all the ESN stories you ever want to hear or not want to hear. I have no idea what this is doing on the slide, but because it's obvious, we Germans, we don't drink. We're too serious. If you come late at a German NP, you will be punished. This is why I felt very, very home in Finland doing the sit-sits, because if you're late for a German NP, the OC has the right to choose a song or pick a song, and the chairing team will make sure that everybody who is late has to come to the stage and sing and perform that song. So you can be sure, it doesn't matter how shit-faced you are, you will show up on time, because nobody wants to do that. Because somehow OCs always choose the worst songs. Yeah, this slide was created by the new communication manager of ESN Germany, Johannes. He's from Düsseldorf, so of course he put Düsseldorf there. Thank you very much.
Okay, I'm opening the speakers list, so does anyone have any questions? If not, then I'm proposing to close the speakers list. Does anyone have any objections? No, speakers list is closed, thank you. And now we would like to ask Maciej on stage to present Orange. In Slovak?
Yeah,
make it in Slovak.
Poslal som.
They look tired.
A to je také PDF-ko mi to poslali. Ja to budem... Neviem, či to pôjde s týmto prvým.
Malo by ísť.
A ja budem rýchlo, nech to nenaťahujem, lebo už sme pozadu dosť. Stiahni to, ale čo? To ako... Ne cez Chrome, normálne PDF. Kázať to môže. Otvára to. Otvor si ten príč, no kázať to môže. A teraz to otvor. Toto ISIC paušal. Plne hore, choď, hore. Dobre. A to asi... Hej, dá sa to. Yeah, sorry for international guests, but I will talk Slovak to be more clear or to be more understandable. Dobre, takže ja by som chcel predstaviť vlastne ISIC paušal, alebo vlastne čo by Orange rád propagoval a rozšíriť medzi študentov, lebo je to relatívne dobrá ponuka a myslím si, že je to celkom na mieru pre študentov ušité. Orange by to samozrejme rád rozšíril v spolupráci s nami, o tom je to marketingová dohoda, to zmluva, rozšíril spolupráci s nami na slovenské školy, keďže o tom moc veľa ľudí nevie alebo sa ani nezaujíma a keďže veria, že my sme akože študentská organizácia, ktorá má nejaký ten dosah na školy, aj na slovenských študentov alebo proste pôsobí na univerzitách. Takže plánuje sa toto rozšírenie na slovenské školy, viac informácií bude samozrejme neskôr, lebo oni pripravujú k tomu letáky, kampaň a podobne. Ale teda samozrejme ten paušál existuje, dá sa kúpiť aj všetko. Cena je 9 € monthly fee, takže za mesiac. V tej cene je 2 GB dát, je to samozrejme 4G sieti. Čo ďalej obsahuje ten paušál? Sú tam neobmedzené volania na 5 čísel do Orangeu. je tam kvázi, oni to volajú 10 eurový kredit, ten kredit sa dá využiť napríklad na 100 minút do EU, USA, Kanady, alebo SMS-iek, to sa dá kombinovať. A potom je tam ešte samozrejme ďalších 50 SMS-iek do EU a nejaké benefity. Teda, môžete si aktivovať ďalší databalíček za 1 euro 1 giga. Čiže keď potrebujete tie 2 giga, tak za každé euro si viete dokupovať. Môžete si to nastaviť ako každý mesiac pravidelne, alebo iba ako jednorázové. Nie je tam žiadna viazanosť, ani nič podobné. Kto by mal záujem, môže si zobrať zľavnený telefón, potom tam je viazanosť, ale na ten paušal bez telefónu, ak si neberie, tak tam nie je žiadna viazanosť. Dá sa teda ceny do celej Európy sú 10 centov za minútu. Kredit, ktorý sa nespotrebuje, alebo ten kredit tých 10 eur, čo tam dávajú k tomu paušalu, ak nespotrebujete, neprevoláte tých 100 minút, tak sa to presúva samozrejme do ďalšieho mesiaca, ale teda oni, keďže je to pre študentov, tak tam ide o to, aby sa presutovali buď IC-kom, alebo Euro 26 a podobne. No a viac detailov je predajný Orange na stránke Orange SK, alebo sa kľudne môžete aj mňa spýtať, ak by bol nejaký problém. Vlastne všetko z ich prezentácie. Ešte by som dodal teda, že ďalšie detaily sa pripravujú. Pôvodne som to mal mať pripravené také viac interaktívne, že riešiť aj tie promo materiály a toto, len už na to naozaj nemáme teraz čas. Ako som písal do working grupy, kľudne mi ešte napíšte námety, čo by ste radi napríklad chceli od Orange do welcome packageov. Dostal som celkom fajn námet na šálky a podobne, takže... iPhone. Niekto záujem, záujem akože niečo dodať, tak ja sa rád inšpirujem, lebo samozrejme ja osobne im neviem povedať, čo všetko potrebuje, aká sekcia do welcome packageov, ja v mojich sílach, takže rád sa inšpirujem takýmito námetmi, ja im to potom zhrniem do nejakého dokumentu, niečo vytvorím a oni si z toho vyberú, že áno, toto je pekný nápad, toto je dobrý nápad a dáme to dokopy počas leta, to vyzerá, aby to už teda v septembri mali sekcie nejaké promo materiály z Orangeu, to bolo také typov. Dobre, ďakujem vám a nebudem už dlhšie zdržovať, vidím, že každý už je unavený po týchto dňach. Takže to je všetko do mňa.
OK, otváram speaker list, takže máte niekto nejaké otázky? Martin?
Hej? Hej, bude tam ako non-disclosure o nejakých podmienkach, nemôžem akože verejne úplne hovoriť o presných podmienkach. Bude tam v tej zmluve, že nemala by sa verejne tá zmluva nejak rozširovať, že proste nemôžem poslať celému ESN SK kompletnú zmluvu, hej.
Ja by samozrejme, jak to budeš riešiť, či to distribuuješ prezidentom, alebo ti to musia schváliť?
To sa dohodneme v NP teraz, ešte v súčasnom asi. Ja im tie bežné veci môžem povedať z tej zmluvy, to nie je, že ja nemôžem nič povedať, ale tá zmluva úplne celá by sa nemala prezentovať návonok, hej, že to je medzi nami.
Ale že riešime nejaké podobné veci, že sú
oni nie sú úplne striktní, ale tak neboli by radi, keby tá zmluva sa samozrejme dostane von mimo, hej, že prezidentom, myslím si, že to pôjde, a keby to nejak na verejný mailing list pošlem, to už by bol asi problém. A samozrejme o tých veciach môžem hovoriť dôležitých, že čo z toho vyplynie.
Kedy to znamená? OK, má ešte niekto nejakú otázku? Ak nie, tak navrhujem uzavrieť speaker listu, máte nejaké pripomienky? Nemáš speaker list uzavretý?
Vytlačili pred pánom, takže ľudia ma zastavte zo sekcií, zoberte si ich, kto má miesto do platu, kto nemá, tak to potom pošlať do toho, takže chápem, že ľudia majú plné tašky.
Okay, before we continue now with the introduction.
He's a new president. Pressure.
Pošlem vám to, keď chcete.
Guys, before we now continue with the introduction and then to the small sessions, the National Board has some announcements.
So I would like to invite my NP fellows on the stage. We have one very nice duty. It's not like duty, but we are really glad to do it. So we would like to thank all the sections, not just for the BIS NP, but also for your work you are doing in your sections and during the semester, during the whole year. So we have prepared some small gifts and small appreciation for you. We would like to give you right now. So this is like a small ceremony, like small award we are giving to you by the section. So I would like to invite a representative from ESN Košice. So we would like to congratulate you to amazing social week in this spring. So So we would like to congratulate ESN Prešov for amazing exchangeability activities you are doing. ESN Banska, congratulations.
Asi pochod z mikrofonu.
This is hers, not mine.
If someone from You're receiving the award for amazing team building, and you are showing us that you are a really great team in like a national committee, like organization committee. So you were amazing organization committee of the Meet Your Colleagues meeting a few weeks ago, so we would like to congratulate you and thank you very much for this evening. It's communicating your speech. So also in AGM Star Awards, we won the first prize for the responsible party event, and this is also award for the responsible party or responsible dance activities. We are doing great in this project, so congratulations. So as a former Moving Europe coordinator, it's a pleasure for me to announce that you are doing great in Moving Europe project, so congratulations and keep doing this great work. Thank you. So UKF, congratulations for doing great. You are a great team as well in the section. You are carrying great for your one Erasmus student in it. And the best costumes during national event of ESN Slovakia Fairy Tale Night. So congratulations. ESN Uniza, please come on the stage. So you are doing also great activities for your Erasmus students. We would like to congratulate you, especially for the Western weekend you have organized. Congratulations. University of Economics. Once again, congratulate you for the progress you have made, and especially for the section event structure. It was presented here on the national platform, so it's a great achievement. So keep doing it. Great. So you are doing great work for your Erasmus students, great events, great trips. So this is diploma regarding to your trips you have organized, especially for the national nature.
And also, we would like to thank OC for organizing this perfect national platform. So please, head of OC, where are you?
Yeah, I'm here.
And we're late.
Okay, you are clever, play with that. And also, because we got the surprise from our president yesterday, but also we'd like to thank him. Sorry for international guests, something has to be said in Slovak, because sometimes it's better to study hard and make hard in Slovak one. Chceli by sme ti ešte raz pekne poďakovať za celé to obdobie a proste všetko, ako si to super robil, ako si nás aj viedol. Ale niečo proste musí končiť, aby mohol začať niečo ďalšie a nové. Vieme, že si mudr a doktor a že tvoja kariéra ide aj iným smerom, nielen ISN-ko. My by sme ti chceli popriať, aby si sa presadil aj v tejto sfére ešte viac.
There.
Oh, perfect. I would like to ask all the small session holders, please, to the stage. If you have a small session, please come to the stage. Where is she? Oh, there. So, short pitch, please. What is your session about?
So we are going to talk about alumni network, alumni concept. Yesterday we have mentioned the maybe future structure or some suggestions for the future structure of the alumni network, of some advisory board, audit team and stuff like that. So we are going to ask you for your inputs, for your ideas, and maybe we can move forward in creation of this concept in this small session. So especially presidents, local representatives, and the more experienced people are very welcomed in this small session. Thank you.
So my small session about the social Erasmus will be mostly about the way how to increase your section budget thanks to social Erasmus events. We'll talk how to pitch your social Erasmus events to your university, or how to use the social Erasmus events in the grants that you can ask for at your city or at your region. So if there will be at least one partisan per every section, so we can like make some collect some information which kind of grant you can ask for or how to ask at your university. It would be really nice, and it might really help you with your budget and solve lots of issues within your sections or the whole network. So this would be the point, the topic.
Okay, so we have PR's media quality meeting. I was thinking we can do sharing the best practices and focus on some issues you have in your sections. So if you have some local PRs or some just active members focusing on PRs, send them and we can discuss what's the problem in your sections.
Okay.
So there are 3 small sessions. The one about activities and events was cancelled. So.
Okay. Please follow the small session holders to your sessions, and we have in 1 hour we have the coffee break. So at 11:40, am I correct? Of course I am correct. At 11:40 we have the coffee break. So see you in the coffee room.
And one small announcement from ESN Unipo pre-show. Outside you can find the t-shirts, and this section is asking you for sign it or do whatever you want.
Don't say it that way.
And also this, because...
Okay guys, off we go.
And